Okay, this is part two, week 4. This is our in-depth week. Part two has to do with just what derives from part one, which is having your finances, your promises, and everything fulfilled. But we're not longer talking on the lower terms and our higher dividends, but also what in our lower dividends. So when I see not speaking in lower terms, that's mean we're going to a higher reach. The terms are higher. But yet we have to learn to accept the measure and step and level it takes to get there. So therefore we use is best. If you can't use your higher earnings, use your lower earnings. That way your higher earnings can be used for something else. And it can cover all what is necessary whenever you need that check of approval of financial security to help secure a loan, to help secure your college students, guess what? Your education. That's very important. Whether you get an education online, offline, it is very important to continue to allow yourself to motivate to the level that is not impossible, but possible, and you can. Now, as we extend this, I want to go into exactly why I have a part two. We're going to go into 8 more weeks, which allows you 4 weeks, but you get another month, which is 2 months of full getting it in, creating what needs to be created, taking your financing, investing in me, allowing me to go out there also to make more money for you. Now I'm going to go and make some things. I'm going to make a new line for my Cash App or PayPal, whatever it is, something that will allow me to receive, whether it's Shine or whatever it is. But know that the part of what we spoke of before is learning about what protecting our cars, protecting our numbers, not being victimized. But yet it takes time because you have to learn the steps and see what it is that allows you to lose, but yet to gain. Because once you learn what you're losing, you're able to go out there and chase. You don't want to sit and not go and chase what is yours. And that is the fact of knowing I can financially be secure along as I realize my promise says can be broken, but it's the level of promises that I make. Failure gone fast as possible. Now we're going to go into the credit part, and not just the credit, but also receiving our what? Our bonuses. Don't forget about the bonuses. There's some bonuses I'm supposed to have gotten. I have to go back and receive, but I'm going to make sure I receive them. I'm giving you this knowledge to make sure you receive every avenue, every money, every chain that's to come your way. And this will allow you to build and fester and allow you to grow within the nest and what it takes for us to grow together. Now, I have not been able to say these words without knowing that deep inside the enemy have achieved. I already won. I haven't lost. But yet I have to watch the things around me that will take it from me. And that is part of it. This is another session that you're learning. You got cyber what? Crime. You got crime. You got people robbing your pockets. You got people taking your information. So you got to be careful and learn to put your information in places where people can't get it. Or even if we fail, we can make better steps, whether we have to change a car over and over again or just get a better system that allow us not to be of easy access as a person or something that allows you to lose yourself. Easy access could be one of them devices they use and they pass you and they get all the money off your card. So there's so many things I've learned to achieve and you need to learn to achieve, and just laying your cars around, having your car to be easy access. But we all learn. It's okay. We're learning. So what that happened? So what I lost that? So what you took that? But I get it back in the knowledge, and not that my knowledge, but I'm also blessing others. So there's more in the abundance of blessing for all. So in this week of 5, 6, and 7 and 8 is going to be where we achieve in our credit, we achieve in investing, we achieve in the motivation of making sure that we get a certain amount of money coming back to us within a year. And within that year, as long as we continue to grow, it will be that I will ask, especially my next session, that I'm only going to allow and share this with those who become members on my page, which will allow me to go even further. So I'm not alone. I have other people who have invested time and knowledge in me and also stringing me along. But these people are able to give you the millions, whether it's 600 million, 800 million. You got to hit the millions all the way before you get to what? Even on billions before you get to what? A trillion. So this is not easy, but it is an easy make and an easy take if you allow yourself to not lose when it's time. It's time. You're on a bandwagon. You're going. You're not falling back. You have no flat tires. There's nothing in your way. The bandwagon has a wooden wheel. You can't go wrong with a wooden wheel. And guess what? You can't go wrong if you have the will and the drive to continue to move on, to push no matter how things look around you. I don't have anything, but inside I have everything, and that will blossom inside. So what? They see this. So what? They see the frown is a temporary frown. So we camouflage ourselves. Sometimes we use physically to camouflage ourselves. So the enemy could think that I'm this way, but really inside I'm that way. You're not taking what you think you're taking from me, but you're giving me the drive and the power and the will to take from you what I need to continue to grow. And you can either join me or you can lose out on this festive activity in this time. And the activities will be the things that we do along the way. There are going to be certain activities I'm going to give you to do so that you feel that you're not saving money and not able to go out there to enjoy. And they won't be activities. There'll be like places that you can go, things that you can do even further away from home. You know, so allow myself to venture out and to get more involved with the knowledge that it takes, and not that I don't have the knowledge, but the step that it takes and the knowledge that I know to get to the places I need to go. And I already been there, but now it's time for me to string you along. And I wouldn't have gotten this far or believe that I can do it without knowing that I have achieved to grow, to know that today and tomorrow is not the same, but the lower cost of level, even in credit, even when you're going through financial matters, there's certain things. Let's say my credit here, I owe a credit of 700, but I have a lower credit. I'm gonna pay that lower credit out the way, and at 700 or 800, I'm gonna tack along the way and still get that within reach. But it's the steps and the measure that it takes, and I'm going to get you there, the steps and measures. Just take your time with me. But know that many are going to be around you to learn this, but they're going to fall because it is easier for you to try to take. But you have to realize if you're not in that energy, you're going to fall off that energy because your energy is more negative than positive with the person who's giving it. So you cannot achieve from that energy. You could achieve at that moment, but it will not last because you'll stay there and you'll walk away to handle yours. And when you walk away to handle yours, you're going to get your riches, but you forgot it is that foundation that was there that allowed you to grow. So you can't leave that foundation. It takes time. It takes time for you to build. You got to be able to know when that foundation says it's time to be released. Like going to college, you get your degree, it's time to be released. That's the same as achieving the money and the aspects of the difference. And I mean the aspects, that's mean different from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many choices it may take to get to A to B, and knowing that I can achieve, I can go, I can look, I can turn back. But it takes a greater me to go out there and search a greater you. And as long as the greater me and the greater you are intact, I cannot lose. But I do apologize if my screen seems kind of slow, but my phone seems to have a little stop for a minute, which means I'm losing my internet and coming back. So excuse me if it pauses on you. But I happy and I'm glad to be here to save this time and express to knowledge that it is very important that you put all your savings and put your credit together, not just your credit, but investments that soon will come. And these investments I can teach you. I've done these investments. And sometimes the greater investments is outweigh the smaller investment, but sometimes the smaller investment push the greater investment into a better aspect, that part, which allow you to even turn that even greater. You want to get there, you want to be able to slide it along the way, then to go from I have all this and then to lose it, then to go from I have this level of, and taking upon the measure it takes to get there, then to get there too quickly, you may lose it because you haven't learned what it takes to build and have solid security in the money that is invested in you. So the promises that come out your mouth, now you will be like, next week, I'm going to save that dollar. By the end of this month, we still have time. This is our 4th week. So it's very important. This session is just to generalize everything, even in relationships with family and friends. We're going to the 4th week. This is the time we're supposed to do something. Most of our children are in school. Most people are in college now. Most of the people are working even harder, double harder, because of the extra hands that were given to us. Now they're back in school or doing their thing. So now you have to venture out and be more secure, but you gain more finance at that particular time. Or you may have less finance depending upon the situation. But know that it's not how much it takes to get there, it is how secure you are, and understanding that it takes very little to get a lot, and then sometimes it takes a lot to get more or very little. And that is saying a lot of patience. So learn patience. Patience is the first thing you have to learn. You have to take it, you have to mold it, and you have to hold it inside. And sometimes it may look like you're impatient. It's not that you're impatient. It is the reflect of the outer of what is going on. When somebody take a pen, and you know, one of those little safety pins, and you got a balloon and you pluck it, the air goes out slowly, not as fast, because it's been a pluck. So that is the same with you. When you motivate and you get your money, and motivate is up here. You have to motivate this part first. Once you motivate that, the other understanding will start to motivate, and your channels will start to come into you, and you will start to understand that. And when I say come into you, I mean get all the knowledge by what it takes and the tools that it's going to take to get inside and build into your mind, investor, and cluster all that you learn and take it, book it, put it in a box, take it and place it in piles. This is what? This is my interest pile. This is my what? Investment piles. This is my what? This is my bills. These are my assets. And those are the things I'm going to teach you more in depth when I told you more bookkeeping. And one, I wanted to take it easy, but in week 5, 6, 7, and 8, I'm really getting in depth with a little more